Hey, my sisters, this is Stacy back with week number 2 with Sisters Living with Lupus. Welcome back. I'm glad you could join me. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. I was in a girlfriend's wedding on yesterday, and it was simply amazing. So, once again, this forum was created for you, my sisters, to give you information about this disease called lupus. For those who know nothing about lupus, or if you know someone who was just diagnosed. So this week, I'd like to talk about the diagnosis. Where were you when you were diagnosed? How did you feel? What made you go to the doctors in the first place? Well, I thought I'd give you a quick tidbit of my story. In 1999, I was just having a routine activity done, my nails. My technician at the time noticed that my hands were extremely swollen and my joints were really sensitive. And she asked me what happened. And I told her honestly, I didn't know. For 7 months, I had suffered with joint pain all over my body. I could barely walk up the steps. I couldn't even squeeze a tube of toothpaste. And I could barely turn the key in the ignition. And once I explained those things to her, my nail technician, who was also my girlfriend, she insisted that she take me to the doctors. And that's the only reason I went to the doctor. I went to a general practitioner and he took blood tests, and once he came back with the information, I found out that I had lupus. After that, I knew that I had to get something done. But my initial reaction, I fell apart. Yes, I fell apart. And it's okay. Many of you probably did the same thing. But what wasn't okay was for me to stay in that place. I had a range of emotions because although I knew a little about the disease, I didn't know enough. So I began to get the pictures of the people that I knew who had lupus. I began to get those pictures in my head, and immediately I thought that was going to be my story. But their story and their diagnosis was not my story, and it was not my diagnosis. And that will be the same for you as well. Don't get anybody else's diagnosis or outcome in your head. You have to take ownership of what this phase of your life is going to bring you. It is up to you to get information. I had to go to a rheumatologist who would give me a good quality of life. Give me access to great and important information that will help me navigate through this season of my life. You will have to do the same. Don't go hiding your head in the sand. Don't go getting stuck all in your emotions and your feelings. It's normal. We don't know what has just hit us. This is something where we have to deal with a disease that has no cure. So naturally, we are human. So we will have thoughts in our heads. We'll have emotions. But as I said, we've got to move past it. So that's why I'm here to give information to you, my sisters, that if you're at that crossroads right now where you're having a lot of emotions because you were just diagnosed, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to expect, I'm here to help you guide through. So I want to hear about your diagnosis. I want to hear about what happened. Were you experiencing blue fingers or hair loss or joint pain? What was it? Those are some of the early signs of lupus. Leave some information at the bottom of this post this evening, and we can talk about it. We can chat about it. And as I said, we can move through this to get you to a better quality of life. So, what can you do to also get more information? You may want to attend the Lupus Summit that's coming up on Saturday, November 2nd at Johns Hopkins. If you want to go, sign up at lupus.org to get more information. So my sisters, once again, this is Sisters Living with Lupus. I hope you will be back next week for installment number 3. We're going strong, right? I want to hear from you. Give me information. Give me some feedback. Give me some suggestions on what you'd like me to talk about. And I'd gladly get more information for you. We'll see you next week. And until then, have a great week. Okay? Bye-bye.